Hello and welcome to a tutorial by me, the Gray K. Yeah, making a tutorial. Woohoo! Um, I found a program today, called Banjos Backpack. This is something I'm working on. I just started. I literally just found it today. And, I use Blender. And apparently, no one who uses Banjos Backpack uses Blender. And I was a little bit upset about that because I looked everywhere for a tutorial on how to get um, materials from your .obj, which you export your level as a .obj from whatever 3D software you're using. And my materials weren't carrying over, and I didn't know how to make that happen. So I searched and I searched for how to do that, and I was unable to find a tutorial using Blender. So what I ended up doing was finding out how to do it myself. And now I'm going to show everyone else because it's not necessarily fun to find out how to do stuff by yourself. And if there's something out there that can show you, it's fantastic. So let's get started. I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to ignore this for now. Come over to Blender. First, let's just make our simple level. I'm just going to add a plane, add mesh plane, scale it up a bit, make it about that big. It's always good to know the sizes of things. I don't remember the sizes, I'm sorry, but you can come over to this little panel here and choose metric or imperial, whichever you use more often. And we've got our floor now, but it doesn't have a material or a texture that you would be able to see. So let's make a material, and we'll make a texture. Okay, so you don't want to be using the Cycles render engine. You want to come over to Blender Render. It rhymes. So you come over to the Blender Render engine. It's using nodes right now, and I can't see anything. Let's see, let's just make this a little bit taller. Or a little bit wider. There we go. So let's just pop that out of there. And now we've got the Blender Render stuff. Come over here, I'm going to add a new texture, image or movie, come down here and open an image. I'll have a link where you can download all of these textures. Let's go to thumbnail view, and let's see. We'll use this one. This one I like blue more. Okay, and we're gonna split this little guy. We'll push T to get that out of the way to make it bigger. Come over here. Come over here. Come to this guy, and we're gonna go ahead and pop into there. Now A, U, unwrap, and there we go. So what I like to do when I'm doing this is just come to this little thing here and go to texture view so I can actually see what I'm working on. Then I come over, and if you have like a grass that's tileable, this giant, that's not really manageable. You're running along and it's just pixel, as Banjo, you're just crossing over pixel and pixel, so you can scale up and it just repeats it. I think it's an option over here where it's image mapping, yeah, repeat. You can checker it. I don't know what that does. I imagine it does the same thing. Extend. Let's just keep it on repeat. So there we go. Now we've got that done. Now what I want to do is just Shift D, P selection. Again, this isn't, or I guess for the first time, this is not a Blender tutorial. This is a tutorial for Banjos Backpack. A E dot X vertices A. Yeah, I guess. The Z. G on the Z. X faces. Okay. So I've got this little setup here. I'm not sure the scale of this. It's You should pay attention to scale, but I'm not going to for this tutorial. So we're gonna go ahead and come over here, and what I want to do is, for the sake of making it easier on myself, I'm gonna separate these two from the mesh by pressing P. And then I'm just gonna add them again. I've had a lot of problems with stuff. There we go. Okay, so everything's joined, but separate. So go ahead and let's come over here and new material, come over your texture to the very top because it's not there, new, and select your image, doing all this again. Open image. I didn't select an image. We'll just use this fence. Okay, so I'm going to select open image. And now what I want to do, now that that's a texture, is just come over here, tab into this, and U, unwrap. We've got these 4 different faces down here. And what I want to do is just press A to deselect everything. Select that one. Come over here and make sure I have, instead of increment here, we want to select vertex so that it snaps to these little points here, these vertex points. They're vertices when there's many of them. Okay, so I'm just going to press G and press Y so that it moves only. G makes it move and Y makes it stuck on the Y axis so I can't move it side to side. And I'll press Control so that it snaps to that vertex point. And I'm going to do that with each of these. And G on the Y, Control, there we go. And I'm done, I've got all of them. Now let's come back over here and change it to our, there we go, here. Click on this guy, the viewport shading, and let's change it to texture again. And as you can see, I forgot to change, I didn't even realize, I forgot to change the picture, so we want to do that. This picture over here is not what we want to see on these little guys. We want to see a fence. So what we want to do is come over to this. There we go. Now we've got a fence, but that's not right. That's not what we want our fence to look like. Problem is it's way too small, and this is all we're seeing is these big dirt clumps. So what we want to do is just, I'm going to press A to deselect everything and A to select everything again to make sure we have everything selected, and just scale it up. Move it up on the Y-axis, scale it up some more. Scale it up until it fits. And that's too much. There we go, that's looking pretty fancy. And as you can see, we've got a fence now. I'm going to go ahead and just select this real quick and press period so that I can zoom into it. And already I can see that that's not good, that's upside down. And is everything upside down? That's not upside down. What about you? Who's upside down over here? Ah, you're upside down. So this one and this one are upside down. It's an easy fix, even though they're all together. Just select this face and this face. And now you've got both of them selected. Come over to your UV image editor. Press R and 180. You've scaled it, or rotated it, 180 degrees, and it's now right side up. And I don't like where those meet. So what I want to do is just go ahead and press A and A again so I have everything selected, and just start moving it on the X-axis, so G and then X. And I think I like that. No I don't. And if I can't get it somewhere where I like it, I can go ahead and S and X, and that scales on the X-axis. And I think I'm going to make it smaller so that these boards are a little bit fatter, but only enough so that, there we go, so that I can find something like that. And from a distance that's not so bad, but I really want it to look good, so make it a little bit bigger. I like that where the board kind of bends, where it's like, oh, it's a bended board. Yeah, and that doesn't look so bad. There we go. And Now we've got that. So another good trick to do, because undoubtedly you're going to find out that your normals are backwards. So just go ahead and come over here and press in, and it's in, I think, shading? Backface culling. Okay, that's good. My normals are all facing the right direction. So that's fantastic. I'm super happy about that. That means that I am ready to take this out and use it in Banjos Backpack. So let's do that. Let's file. And here's the biggest part of the tutorial. This is the part where I got lost, and anybody who uses Blender normally and didn't need any of the information I said before gets lost. This is, well, maybe not anybody. Maybe I'm special, or the opposite. That's it. So you go to export file, export.obj, so wavefront.obj, that's what you want to export as. And you want to come down here, leave all of this alone, come down to this path mode and select copy. And I want to come to, and go up, custom models, select tutorial, there we go. We're going to name it tutorial. There we go, and it's exported. So we come over here, file, import obj, tutorial, and there we have it in all of its glory. So that's how you do it, guys. It's really not that complicated once you know how to do it, but for me, until I knew how to do it, I was racking my brain over it. So it came over with the textures. If you need any other help with it, let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to help you guys. If this video helped you out, help me out a little bit and just put a thumbs up down there. You know, it's all good in the neighborhood. Thank you for helping me out. And I hope that this did help you. And I'll see you guys in another video. Later.